why I'm talking to you today is because you married into the family that owns this Venezuelan food truck behind me. Is that correct?
Yep.
The reason why we're talking specifically, though, is because recently there's been lots of developments in Venezuela. Tell me, you and your family, you guys are from Venezuela, is that correct?
Yeah, we are born and raised in Venezuela. We came to the United States of America. They came in 2018, I came in 2017.
So about 7 and 8 years ago for both
Yep.
of you guys. When you're thinking about your time back there, right, and then going forward to the future where we're at right now, how are you feeling right off the bat with what's recently happened in Venezuela?
Wow, this is a twist, a really sweet one, by the way. My whole life, I have 27, about to be 27 years old. My whole life, since the 99 that I was born, being dictatorship, being simply just shut my mouth, not saying anything against the government, even if they did wrong all this time. So this happenings that changed to my life. We're really happy and thankful with the government of America of doing this, because 95% of the population of Venezuela have been waiting for this moment for years. Kids, people that have been born in dictatorship, going through a lot that you have no idea, suffering, kidnapping, jailing for no reason, just for speaking out, hunger, a lot of hunger, people not getting any food, people starving, starvation, bad healthcare system, and that's almost nothing of the situation down there. During almost 30 years, that's why we're happy, that's why we're really thankful about this. We're thankful with this beautiful country for opening the doors for us to come here almost 10 years ago. And this thing is something beautiful that we still can't believe it happening already. Seeing Maduro using inmate vest was something just in our dreams. And this morning I was looking at the photos of him on the Manhattan court. That was like a dream for us. It was like, I saw the photos like 30 times, like I can't believe this is actually happening. I was waiting for it to be a dictatorship like Cuba for 60 something years, even more, because they're still going. And this is just something sweet that we can't believe. It's like a dream, to be honest.
When you first found out, and I want you to kind of speak for your family as well, and you can talk about you and then your family. When you first found out that this was happening, like, I guess you probably woke up in the morning and found out. When you found out, what was your reaction?
To be honest, sit down in silence. My wife told me that I should sit down in the couch for about 30 minutes, just watching the wall, like that. All she told me. Like, at first I was like, what? And the first video I saw was seeing the helicopters flying low in Caracas, bombing strategical places, military places to be exact. That's something that I won't ever forget in my life. And my first reaction was just silence, because it's something that you can't believe at first.
And then for them and for your wife, what type of reaction did you get from everyone else that that also left Venezuela? What reaction?
¿Cuál fue la reacción de ustedes cuando ustedes vieron la noticia de que Maduro estaba preso y de que ellos entraron a Venezuela?
Yo me levanté como a las 2:30 cuando precisamente estaban los aviones volando a...
She says she woke up 2:30 a.m. right in the moment that airplanes and helicopters were flying the territory. ¿Cuál fue tu reacción?
Y no lo creía.
She couldn't believe it.
Creía que era mentira.
She thought it was a lie. She thought it was something from AI.
Y cuando en la mañana me levanto,
And in the morning when she woke up, she just wanted to get crazy, to yell, like happy about that.
encontré muchas llamadas perdidas de mi familia.
She found a lot of lost calls from her family. ¿Y tú cómo te sentiste?
Cuando yo me entero de la noticia,
When he found out about the news,
me corrió un líquido por la columna de arriba hacia abajo.
he felt like a liquid in his column, like, when you feel like chills in your back, like you can't explain like that.
Quedé atónico.
Yeah, he was
Como
speechless,
si era real o no era real.
unconscious about if it was real or not.
Emoción inexplicable.
An emotion that he couldn't explain.
for you guys that have family back there, because I assume they have family there too as well, you know, how has it been over the past years since leaving there? Have you been worried about them? You know, how has it been being here and
Yep.
worrying about them there?
Basically, our family, talking about economically, we never been bad. There's neither, but it's about just talking enough and not going over something that you can't tell. What I'm trying to say is that, hey, how are y'all? Are y'all good? Are you alright? Alright, that's all you can tell. You can't talk about how's the situation, what's going on, what you see on the street, what about the police, what about the National Army, what they doing, are they still kidnapping people, blah blah blah. You can't talk about that on the phones because somehow if you're just walking out there on the street in Venezuela and they decide to stop you and check on your phone and they see that they're gonna take you to jail for years, they're gonna give you terrorism charges and stuff, and they're gonna kidnap you for years because that's basically kidnapping a person just for the way they think or just for expressing. So talking with our family has been super limited. We can't really talk freely, even being out here, making posts about Venezuelan situation out here. If you do, you gotta be pretty careful because you still have family back there. So if somebody from the government see you doing that, and they do research about you, and if they find your family, they might pay the price of your freedom of speech, basically.
What about for them? Can you ask them if they? Yeah.
Para ustedes, ¿cómo ha sido la comunicación con su familia que está allá en Venezuela, la familia que ustedes tienen?
Yo tengo mi hija mayor
She have her older daughter
en Venezuela,
in Venezuela
porque ella se casó y su
because she got
esposo
married and
no tuvo
her
visa
husband
para
doesn't have a
entrar
visa to
aquí
come in the
a este
U.S.
país, y mi hija le tocó
and her
estar
daughter
allá
has to stay in
con mi
Venezuela
nieto
with
y
her
su esposo.
grandson and her
Mi
husband.
hija, ella no puede expresar
Her
nada
daughter
de lo que
can't
ella
express
siente
anything
hacia
about
el
what she feels
gobierno,
about the government
porque es como un delito
because
para
it's like
ellos.
a
Tú
crime for
colocar
them for
algo
you to
en tu Instagram,
post
en tu
something in
Facebook,
Instagram or Facebook.
no puedes
You
colocar
can't
nada del gobierno
post anything
porque
about the government
literal puedes
because
ir preso.
literally you'll go to jail.
And
Well, they're our family,
yeah, their
so
family, so it's the same thing. So obviously, I guess I'm assuming you have concerns about your family, but you know you can't talk to them about it. Is that kind of what you're saying?
yeah, basically Saturday morning I woke up 7 a.m. After working hard the whole week. First call I did was to my mom. Hey mom, are you okay? Yes, son, I'm good. Everything good. Don't worry about us. That's all I could talk to her. Just limited communication. About their family, saying we had about conversation about that because her daughter the daughter was on the beach on vacation actually, and it was like, hey, stay in the hotel, don't do nothing at all, don't post anything, don't talk to us, don't explain me what's going on. If something's going on, I will say it on the news or I will say it out here, but basically that's a limited communication that you can have
Yeah.
with them.
So, obviously, now moving forward, I mean, how are you kind of feeling about what's to come? Do you feel uncertain, or is there only hope because there is at least changes where there was no changes before? You know, kind of explain to me what you guys are feeling now that it's happened.
Oh, it's hard to explain. We are happy because sometimes justice is serving right now. Justice is coming on the table right now. But I try to explain to Americans that this is a snake that have 1,000 heads. Maduro is not the only person in charge. There's basically 5. There is Maduro is the first one, the president. Diosdado Cabello is the second one. Then you have the Rodriguez brothers, which are the ones in charge right now. And then you have he's the minister of war, let's call it like that. And there's still people left. So I know Mr. President Trump right now, he's saying that he's in charge of the country and that they're going to collaborate, let's say, hand by hand. But we don't know what's going to happen. I hope freedom comes and that people goes out and they'll go to jail and pay for all the crimes that they've been committing, basically. But we're expecting freedom. This already started. This is something that can't be stopped. This is something that won't stop. And this is something that's going to be served. And it's going to happen. Probably not tomorrow, probably not next week, but it's going to happen. We're really thankful with the American government because somehow, like I say, they opened the doors to us to come and be asylum here or have an asylum here and be safe somehow. And now they're helping us to be free. Not just us. They're basically the cancer of the whole American continent. They were serving communism around. They were sending money to communist parties. They were sending illegals to do crimes out of Venezuela, not just in the U.S., all around the whole continent, because somehow 30% of the whole Venezuelan population had to flee the country because of starvation, because of persecution, and multiple reasons. And inside of us, there's a lot of people doing wrong. There's a lot of people doing the bad things. And somehow, bad things speak louder than good things. Most of the Venezuelans out of Venezuela, we try and we do the good. We go to school, we work, we do the things straight, we do business, we try to work in this new country because basically this is our new country, let's say, right? The new place where we live at, and we need to fight for it. We need to fight for our dreams. They came here with nothing, like I said, in 2018 after they lost everything, and now they have a business. They're about to buy a house. I came here in 2017. I've been studying, got to college. I'm about to get my plumbing license. I've been doing everything the way it is. And like us, most of the Venezuelans, we do, but unfortunately the government have people between us doing the wrong thing, and that speaks louder than the good things. I want to tell
the people in Venezuela are doing good things. They're trying, but the government is
Yep, I'm saying Venezuelans out of Venezuela.
Okay,
I'm talking about us out here.
Yeah.
Basically, I really want to thankful the Americans because they receive me every day, open arms. They talk to me about my situation, and they make me part of them somehow. They make me part of or you guys make me part of your culture, your food, everything. I'm not just another random guy. Oh, he's a Venezuelan. Just no, we're part of it, and we really love to be here. We're thankful, and like I said, we are still here. We don't know when are we going to be back. When are we going to be allowed to be back? Because we can't go back. It's not about wanting to. It's about you can't go back. There's no option for you, but stay here. So for now, if we can stay here, keep fighting, keep hustling, let's say, every day, we'll keep doing it. We'll keep doing it every day.
Let's talk briefly, about each of you. Why did you leave Venezuela?
So basically me, I was part of the protests, mainly 2017, when I turned 17, 18, about the moment, the biggest protests erupted right in the moment, so I was part of it, right? Long story short, it was a peaceful protest that day. I wasn't using any mask or anything, and there was people from the government between us taking photos of us, so later they can go to our houses and kidnap us. They discovered this guy. This guy was running towards me. I stopped him, but that guy wasn't alone, so another guy that was with him took a photo of me. Then they were looking for me. So my family had to fly me out of the country in about 1 or 2 weeks through Colombia, through the border, because of course I couldn't just go to an airport of Venezuela and buy it. No, I couldn't at all. And now I'm here. Then my family had to come out 1 month later because now it wasn't against me, it was against them. And for them, basically, they had a business, they have a supermarket. The food situation in Venezuela, it's not like here. And that year especially, there was a big starvation in the country. There wasn't any food products available to the people. So having supermarkets means that you have access to food. Then when you get access to it, the government was demanding you to sell it cheaper than what you paid for. So for example, if you buy a gallon of milk for $3, you can sell it for $4.50. But the government come and ask you to sell it for $2.50, so you're losing actually 50 cents in it, to make an example. So that's the situation they went through it. So the government brought a lot of people to ransack the whole business. So the people took over their business, their house, and everything that they had right beside it. So they lost everything. They were left with nothing but the clothes that they have in them and paper to come out. Basically, they came to the U.S. in 2018 with nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. They fulfilled the paperwork for asylum after trying to go back to Venezuela, but they saw that they weren't able to go back to Venezuela because they were looking for them, basically.
Can I ask them if this was difficult for them?
¿Esto fue difícil para ustedes?
muy difícil.
Very hard.
Yo aún estoy soñando
He still dreams,
y me levanto sobresaltado con mi corazón.
and he wakes up, he jumps, waking up, his heart trying to get out of his heart,
Porque a
because
veces sueño de que estoy allá
sometimes he dreams that he's in there
y cuando yo
going
me
through it,
levanto
and when he wakes up,
sobresaltado, veo que estoy en Estados Unidos, descanso.
when he wakes up that way and he sees that he's in the US, he takes a rest. Actually, that's a situation that we had a conversation a couple times about, and this happens to most of Venezuelans that went through this. It's not just us that you had a nightmare, because that's a nightmare, that's not a dream, where you are in Venezuela and you're going through the situations again, and then you wake up and you see your room and your house and you're like, yeah, I'm in the US. Peace come back to your body, because it was a bad situation that there's no words to describe. I tried to tell you the shortest way, but persecution is not something that I desire to somebody, and worse, and if it's in your own country.
So, do you think this was necessary for Trump to go in and do
Oh,
this?
more than necessary. We've been waiting for this a long time. We thought it was going to happen in 2017, 2018, but then government change and stuff. They calmed down. They gave them a little bit of time to the government of Venezuela. Now Trump came and finally took the decision, because finally they found out that most of the drugs and most of the crime was coming from Venezuela because of the government. So we've been waiting for this a long time, and there is no Venezuela out there that I know and that we heard that is unhappy with this. We are all happy. We are thankful about this. This is something that we needed, and we need more, to be honest. We need more. We need justice to be served, because in Venezuela there is no justice. The only person that can serve justice right now, or the only country that can serve justice right now, is the United States. It's the only one that can help us right now.
Okay, my last question for you guys. So I take it you guys were all surprised. You were waiting for this, but you were surprised. Is that kind of?
Yeah, because it's something that you're waiting for it. It's like, oh, I hope one day, and you don't know if it's gonna happen or not, because yeah, they were moving ships to Venezuela and airplanes and stuff, but that doesn't mean that something's gonna happen. But then you wake up and you're like, I've been waiting for this my whole life. This is our dream. This is something that we've been wishing and praying to God every day to happen, because it's not like you leave the country and yeah, I don't care about Venezuela. It's something you think about every day, because sometimes it's like you missed it, but you can't do anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's home. It's basically home. And like I said, you get used to here and you love it and you respect, and you respect the flag, you respect America, and you love it because this is our new home. But that doesn't mean that you don't care about Venezuela anymore. That doesn't mean that you don't care about your family anymore. That doesn't mean that you don't care about the people down there anymore.
So my last question for you guys is there anything else that you think is important to share? Anything else that you want to say? And I want for each of them too. So if you want to go first and then have them.
Mainly about me, I want to talk to the people. I want the people to let them know, don't let your brain to be washed, to be honest. First of all, if you want to know what's going on in Venezuela, if you can talk to a Venezuelan, ask them, do more research, and you will find out that this is not about oil. Oil is a price that we gotta pay. But people don't understand the Venezuelan. We haven't seen oil money since about, I would say, 13, 15 years ago, where the money was gone to the government. Not to the hospitals, not to the schools, not to the streets, not to the people, not to Social Security, not about anything. Just to keep paying for the dictatorship, keep paying for people to be in jail. About this is something good, because it's gonna bring business to Venezuela, it's gonna bring prosperity to Venezuela. So this is something good, and I don't want the people to be lied, because it's pretty easy right now to lie to people over the phone saying this is about oil, this is about own Venezuela. It's not about that. It's about bring freedom to Venezuela and also safety to the U.S. basically, because the U.S. been affected by it. We see drugs out in the street, and since 2017, I've seen how everything been going worse about drug situation. Where do you think that's coming from? Big part from Venezuela. So it's something that needs to be served, needs to happen, and we're really thankful. Anything that the U.S. do down there will be better than what we've been through in this almost 30 years. It doesn't matter, to be honest. So don't let the news on social media, don't let fake people lie to you saying that this is about oil. This is not about oil. We're, like I said, I would say 90% of the whole Venezuelan population, inside and outside, we're happy and thankful. This is something that we've been praying about. Suffering is about to end. Hunger is about to end. Bad economy is about to end. Prosperity and good times are coming now. So, ¿qué esperan ustedes de todo esto? ¿Qué quieren decirle ustedes a la gente aquí en Estados Unidos sobre esta situación? ¿Qué quieren comunicarles ustedes?
Pues yo estoy muy contenta
She's really glad
por lo que el presidente Trump,
about what Mr. President Trump been doing with Venezuela.
muchas veces la fe
A lot of times the
se me iba,
hope, the faith, I
perdía
was
la fe,
living. She was
porque
losing faith
creía que nuestro país
because she thought that our country was gonna be like
en
Cuba,
el olvido.
just being forgotten.
Pero cuando las noticias salían de que iban los buques hacia el Caribe,
But when the news started coming out about the ship Navy basically going to the Caribbean, her heart was beating under,
que algo iba a suceder.
and she knew something was gonna happen.
No muy lejano,
Not too far away,
pero yo sí sabía que algo iba a
but
suceder.
she knew something was gonna happen.
Y estoy muy agradecida y sé que no va a ser fácil.
And she's pretty thankful, and
el
she knows it won't be
levantamiento
easy
para
to Venezuela to come up again,
porque son 26 años de dictadura
because it's 26 years of dictatorship,
en donde va a costar,
where it's gonna be hard.
pero sé que con la ayuda
But she
de
knows
los
that
Estados Unidos,
with the help of the United States
con todos nosotros juntos,
and all of us together,
nuevamente,
again,
como
as Venezuelans,
juntos,
together,
vamos a lograr levantar nuestro país.
we're gonna reach to
Y
keep
si
the
nos
country
toca
up again.
regresar
And
a
if we need to
nuestro
go back
país
to our country
y levantar nuestro país,
and
le
help a
vamos a
country to
hacer.
go up, we'll do it.
Con mucho orgullo lo vamos a hacer.
With a lot of pride, we'll do it again.
Thank you.
¿Qué quieres comunicarles a todos los estadounidenses?
Pues sinceramente que le doy gracias
Well, sincerely, I give thanks
a este país
to this country
por recibirnos
because
a la ciudad
you guys
de
receive us,
Lynchburg,
to the city of Lynchburg,
a la gente
to the
de
people
aquí,
of here,
bella.
pretty people.
Me siento muy contento. Amo
He's
Estados
pretty
Unidos,
glad.
así como amo
He
a
loved the
Venezuela,
U.S. and he loved Venezuela.
pero falta mucho tiempo para que Venezuela esté como las queremos.
But there's still a lot of time coming to Venezuela be
Con
like we
personas
want
con
to.
principio,
The people with
respeto,
manners, respect,
con amor
with love
hacia el prójimo,
towards
hacia su familia.
people,
Todos esos
towards the
valores.
family. All those values,
Todos esos valores se perdieron.
all those
En esta
values
dictadura.
got lost in this dictatorship.
Se levantó una generación mala, perversa.
A new bad generation
través del
came
gobierno.
up in Venezuela through the government.
Y estamos esperando este cambio.
And we've been waiting for this change.
Gracias a Dios, gracias al presidente
Thanks
Trump
to God, thanks to President Trump
por ayudarnos
for helping
a
us
liberar
to be free
y que lo siga haciendo para que
and
elimine
to
todas esas ratas.
and to keep doing it so he can eliminate all those rats from our country.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from ABC 13 News.